There are generations in your footsteps, my brother. And with every pounding of the pavement, I can sense a changing in the atmosphere, a changing in your demeanor. And when I see you, I can see you in Africa with your feet pounding the pavement in tribal celebration with your mother and father there to embrace you. When you come home, you are man. There is no question if you are whole. You live in a world where they embrace your dark chocolate skin tone, large lips, and broad nose. And as you journey through manhood by the shores of the sea, you are met with someone who is opposed. Opposed to all that you are. Opposed to all of your freeness. So they shackle you up and tell you that there is no more free man, slave. But baby, even in the shackles, I can see the generation in your feet. The heartbeats of a fighter, a Jufarie soldier. And if they've never told you, they can see it in your eyes. If not, why from the 1500s to 1865? And yes, this mentality is still alive, but why would they have beaten your back, exposed your flesh, and left your soul broken? They are trying to break down the man that God has called you to be. And now I see when you walk down the street, there is a changing in the atmosphere. There is a changing in their demeanor. When you walk into that retail store, their faces become overly cautious. And it makes me sick that they look at my brother like he's a piece of, but you are strong, honorable, intelligent, tenacious. And in a world where they hate us so much, I'm surprised to see so many replicated black faces. But would you dare trade places with my brother or me? You cannot stomach the pain of a mother who has to see her son die every day on TV. You do not know how it feels to walk down the streets calculating your every step, because if you walk too fast, you become a threat. And if you walk too slow, your swagger is equated for death. Deep breath. Cherish it, because it may be your last. Because even if you comply, you still might die. You cannot wipe the trauma from a baby girl who has to console her mama as her daddy's in the front seat gasping for life. She was in the back seat while her daddy bled out. What do we do now? Because there was a pounding in the pavement, but it is no longer your feet. It is your head in the ground. Because whether you're selling CDs or you can't breathe, they'll never be able to fall in love with your hustle, because all they see is your strength that threatens their power. My man, this is final hour. It's either do or die. You either thrive or let the generations become extinct. My king, you hold the world in your hands, so never again will they be able to knock you to your knees and you stay there. And I ask that even in the event that you do die, that you leave an imprint so big on this world that says, I am, so you are. And as your queen, I will love you beyond the stars. And as your queen, I will be waiting at home with a back massage after a long day of pavement pounding. The revolution is resounding. The message is resounding that you cannot stop a black man or woman from being resilient. There are generations in your footsteps, my brother. Embrace every moment.